Hello everyone, it's Jebro. We're talking about the general thoughts of the Harbinger, running around in PvE right now. Just kind of hanging out and seeing how you're doing. What's going on, peeps? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video. And also, I would massively appreciate if you could, please. It gets the video more traction out there on YouTube. More peeps having a look and checking them out. So what am I doing right now? I am just running around PvE lands, playing a condition spec Harbinger build, and I haven't. Oh good lord! Don't go over there, Jebro. Not yet. We're good for now. We're getting more over here. I'm just running about and talking about Harbinger and how I feel about it. Oh good lord. Jesus. And out of all the elite specs, I think I've kind of enjoyed this the most, I think, right now. It's definitely been fun for sure. PvP, absolutely. It's been epic. Like, I don't really want to talk about it in PvP while I'm PvPing, or just have footage, because I feel like it'd be distracting. This is distracting. I'm playing it as I'm kind of talking to you. I'm playing a really heavy condition damage build. Actually not going into Shroud much, because there's some cool stuff that you can do with this, where actually like the Shroud is almost kind of still like your second health bar. I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a second. I'm trying to take some damage here, so there you go, stand in that for a bit. Alright, jumping out. Look at my Shroud. Oh no, I've gone out of combat, rip. It doesn't really happen that often. I need to find some more, like, let's stand here for a second. Hopefully I'm going to take some more damage. Okay, so if I'm running around here, the event actually ended, and damn it, I refreshed my HP. So what happens is this life force seeps back into your HP bar, which is pretty nice during all the fight. I don't know why I'm even bothering to do that. During all the fighting, so like the Shroud isn't like your typical Death Shroud. So Death Shroud for most Necro elite specs and the core Necro obviously are like a second health bar. On Harbinger Shroud, it's not, and in fact, it's actually kind of ruins your health, in fact, to a degree, because you're being affected by blight, and it's quite strong and powerful. And obviously the more damage you do, the more blight you take, the more damage you may do, depending on which trait you take. So in the first line here, you got septic corruption. You deal increased condition damage for each stack of blight you have, and Shroud skill 2 also inflicts poison. And then up here you've got deal increased strike damage for each stack of blight you have. Very much something we were talking about on the podcast today was about how these two traits kind of okay, but the build feels very much more condition oriented more than power oriented. And like if you go for this line, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's just like, you know, elixirs kind of give vulnerability and slow, so it's kind of good for PvP, but also at the same time like a bit meh. But also I feel like there could be something else there which could be quite cool, but also, you know, adding vulnerability to bosses and just throwing out elixirs all the time, which is where this kind of support build would come out, with Harbinger kind of going for elixirs and sharing them, getting lots of quickness and whatnot as well, is something that is quite fun as well, to be honest. I'm just running like a full condition damage build. The variant for raiding, as far as I know or remember, I think is going for more corruptions, obviously, because the elite is different. People go for like there's like plague lands and stuff in there, as well as like blood is power. Whereas I'm just going for full elixirs because I want to run about and a stun break, just in case. And also it helps me get my life force back up. Otherwise I've gone for like mostly damage here. You go for entering, exiting Shroud does more damage, because obviously, you know, don't need healing and other stuff, but my healing, my incoming healing is increased here, and my vitality is increased. So more health is good, because like half your health, up to half your health, can be taken away in regards to blight. So if I use all my elixirs right here, You can see I've got 25 stacks of might. 25 stacks of might equates to 50% of your HP being taken down. You can see the number here, 12,604, and my actual health is 12,607. Until that starts to weigh down or come off, like that's what my HP is actually going to be. And if I go into Shroud as well, you can see, like, I mean, well, as the stacks of blight come out, it's actually starting to hurt quite a lot. But like, it does take your health down as well. You kind of get the blight coming up onto you as well, which is not great, but like Harbinger Shroud is supposed to be like more powerful when you get blight on you. But it doesn't feel like it a lot of the time. It's kind of odd like that, actually, to be honest. It's feels a little bit disconnected, and I said this in the Harbinger build as well. Like, the blight feels like something that could have been a little bit more connected, or like elixirs could have been a little bit more connected to. I mean, I know they give you blight, and this blight is, you know, effectively helping you do more damage, but at the same time, I mean, let's have a look at this here as well. So blight gained per second in Shroud, 2% health, 1% condition damage. The Death Shroud is replaced with Harbinger Shroud, granting powerful offensive skills, but leaving you vulnerable to attack. As you remain in Harbinger Shroud, you accumulate stacking blight. While in combat and not in Harbinger Shroud, life force drains constantly to heal you. That is pretty cool. So life force drain in combat is 5%. To heal you as well, is like, it actually heals. It's not bad, actually. I know people who have just sat in not even going into Shroud and just healing off of that kind of life force gain. So that's why I've kind of got some life force generating skills. You know, like Soul Grasp, for example, you could go with stuff and get more, get a ton as well. And there's different, you know, there's different stuff which gives you life force, which is the one of these does. Game resolution, convert conditions into thingamajig. One of these gives you life force. There you go, life force per condition elixir of bliss, for example, which is pretty cool. Where is it? How much does it give you? Give you much, does it? Because there's no conditions on you, so making sure you use that to remove actual condition damage is useful. I should probably go for that because I don't really need to use this twisted medicine skill. Trait line. Out of all the trait lines as well for the elite specializations, just as a note, I feel like I like Harbinger the most. It does still feel like this disconnection, like I'm talking about with blight. Like, it seems quite cool there. And Harbinger Shroud, just read that quickly. Enter Harbinger Shroud, granting powerful offensive skills, but leaving you vulnerable to attack because of the blight and reducing your HP. As you remain in Harbinger Shroud, you accumulate blight over time. Blight decreases your maximum health, and blight gained per second in Shroud, 2% health minus, and you do increase your condition damage, don't forget, as well. And that is partly, yeah, there is. It's because of this trait right here, which is why we've got all the different things kind of happening. If we change that, it doesn't change it though. Is so that condition damage there in the Harbinger Shroud must be base. That must be base. No, it's actually changed now. There you go. So you can see it says blight gain per second in Shroud, blah blah blah, and that's there. So at the moment, like, blight literally is just screwing your health over. If you don't go for either of these two traits, you're just screwing yourself over. Like, blight is just doing nothing for you. You just survive and you're doing support, and that's it. I guess you're doing a supportive role, and you probably shouldn't have the advantage of doing extra damage as well as, you know, putting vulnerability in slow. So it's a choice, but I feel like, you know, it's still weird. Like, maybe just have a little bit less of something, or I don't know, or just don't have these. But at the moment we're going for that. So now it will change, and you can see it's got the 1% condition duration damage there. And does it change for that? It just goes 1% damage. Okay, good. But then the poison isn't that additional kind of condition, feels really powerful. So it feels like this should be like 2% or something. I don't know. So you're going to be doing an extra damage increase of 1% per stack of blight. So you're going to have like, I don't think that changes, does it? So it's going to be like, oops. So that's going to be a ton of extra condition damage, obviously like 25% extra condition damage, and you don't necessarily have to go into Shroud either. You could just use, you know, but you probably want it because you want to get that poison off right on the second ability. Let's just poison this jungle ball. Remember, you don't, that should be 8 stacks of poison. Should be, shouldn't it? 7 stacks of poison, sorry. Do increase condition damage, skill 2 also inflicts poison. Okay, but like, okay, let me just go up here. Oh no, that's the 7, that's 6, that's the 6 including that stack. Okay, we're just gonna go off there quickly. Forgot about that. Sorry, it's late. Okay, it's late, everyone. These are Jebro's random thoughts at night. So it adds the extra poison there. So that is a lot of extra power. So it's not just 1 stack of poison. It's like 6 stacks of poison. So this is how uneven it kind of feels, because that 6 stacks is pretty big. That's massive, actually. I didn't even think about that. That's pretty ridiculous, to be fair. And then a 1% extra power damage. I know that's bursty, but like, conditions are bursty in this game. That's just the way they are. I know Arena tried their best over the years to change that, but it's just never going to happen. They've not been able to do it. They've kind of, I mean, I don't like to say they've failed to do that, but they can't do it. They're not able to do it. They keep saying they're trying to do it. I think they've stopped the last year or so, maybe, because they know they can't. But you know, that's just kind of just go with it now, I think, and just try and apply less stacks, do something for people to defend more. I mean, you know, resolution is a thing now, so maybe that's something that helps a lot more with that as well, and giving people more condition removal potentially in the new elite specs, maybe, or trying to address it then when they do more balance coming up towards the next suspension. That might be quite cool. I don't know. I could have just really sat in my traits and talked about Harbinger, to be fair, couldn't I? As we go on for like ages and ages and ages, and I realized that we're 12 minutes into this video. But yeah, like, so if you're gonna go condition damage, that you want to go to do the biggest damage, you go Condi in this. You know, I mean, in raids at the moment, they're coming up with like 45k like DPS at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty ridiculous. Power wise, I've just kind of been playing again. You don't need to have 40 that much damage. You know, it's not important. You can play the power build and you'll probably be doing fine damage, you know. But it's about whether or not they want that to be a thing, because if there's such a massive damage disparity between going for this line, which is good. I like that they've got this definition between condition damage, power damage, and then support. Kind of, you can still mix these in and out. You know, I might go for things like, you know, reduce recharge on elixirs, for example, and then going for, like, you know, condition damage with that. To get more blight, like, over time, and like a lot quicker as well, for example. And also maybe to just share my boons with my party members, and also to just get permanent quickness so I can inflict more and do more like burst condition damage, I suppose. Yeah, I've like, but you know, you're mostly going to be probably just going for full condition because why not? And obviously the pistol skills, then obviously going for expertise, pretty good. Pistols is pretty fun, but a good thing today that we were talking about as well on the podcast was the fact that pistol is very similar. Well, I actually said this. Pistol is very similar to the engineer pistol. You know, the second ability is literally almost the same animation. Which actually just inflicts poison, whereas this does 6 stacks of torment. NG pistol does poison. NG pistol inflicts bleed as well. This is torment, actually. I think it does bleed as well, so it does bleed and bleed and torment, which is interesting for a pistol. You know, it's very interesting for a pistol. I know they're like, you know, the bullets of a Harbinger. But Harbinger is, and like, the name is kind of odd because you've got these elixirs, right? And it feels like you could be like an apothecary, or like what's the name I came up with? Like I want to say in inverted commas, mad scientist, because I hate using mad. I'm a very big advocate for mental health. I don't like saying crazy or insane or anything like that, you know. But like, you know, the stereotypical kind of mad scientist, if you will, just so that kind of gets the idea of the stereotype in your head and that kind of character. But what that could have been, really, because like Harbinger feels like, and again it feels very similar to kind of the Willbender in this essence, is the missing links. Like, how did they get the Harbinger and also just elixirs and stuff together in this combination of things? Like, it feels a bit disconnected. Like Harbinger, if you know, dictionary this up, like Harbinger is a person or thing that announces or signals the approach of another. What is a Harbinger of death? Like, Harbinger of death is something that comes before and that shows what will follow in the future. People, you know, talking about different creatures and animals and stuff. Harbinger is still used in English to describe someone who is sent ahead to arrange lodging or to announce an important person's arrival, but today is more likely to be used metaphorically to describe a sign that foretells the coming of some person or event, or doom, basically. And then people ask, like, you know, is it a negative thing? Or a Harbinger can also be a positive thing as well. And it's like, you know, what is the definition of this word in itself? And if you go to images, you know, there's like things like, oh good lord, there's a comic book hero called the Harbinger as well, actually, as far as I remember, who I don't think was bad. I can't remember. Was it DC? It might be DC. Rings a bell somewhere. So even just the word in its sense in itself is like, what does this relate to in terms of just like, you know, it sounds cool. Harbinger of death, like thinking of like bringing, like talking about other people's death and doom before other people know about it, like knowing you're going to be able to get that kill or whatever. I mean, I guess it still feels a bit disconnected. Like, what's it got to do with elixirs? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't get that. Like, where did that kind of come from? But you know, I mean, I'm still kind of liking the whole. I like the elixirs, you know. I'm actually enjoying them. I'm sorry about not really playing much of the game while I'm doing this. Like, I love the 5th skill, for example. Ow, I may actually die here. Ooh. This is nasty. Oh dear. Oh dear, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna see this personage. I do apologize for the impending doom that I'm about to take on. This is actually ridiculous. Actually, no, downstate is gonna save me. You're all gonna think I suck immensely at this. Again, like, gonna go for my sunbreak. Life feels like it kills me a lot. Heart Thorns is one of those. Is the maps that I go to if I wanna test, like, I guess for testing like PvE builds and just running around and trying to survive. I would not take a lot of the traits that I have right now, because I wouldn't just go for full-on condition damage. One way to survive in games is to just out-damage everything else, but we know in Guild Wars 2, especially in Heart Thorns, even if you're just like casual or whatever, like that, you know, this isn't a way that most people would potentially run around, because they would probably die, especially if they're on their own. I'm just gonna jump on this mushroom. I'm going into some weird spots. How am I not coming across enemies or anything? You can tell how much I PvE in this game. Oh wow, okay. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know that was there. Let us go back to another waypoint, potentially, which is over somewhere else. And now I feel like a noob. Let's go over to here. I will do fine. I'm just running around and just showing you the things really and talking. It doesn't really matter too much what's on the screen, you know. Works for wood and potatoes. I thought it might work for me. I don't feel like, not sure how much, I mean, I know people obviously value what I think about, you know, engineer, but it's, I think, talking about other classes, I definitely have a lot of knowledge, and I talk a lot about, especially in PvP, and I've had some really good games on Willbender, but probably more Harbinger as well. And just like, you know, you just coming up with different builds and stuff, it's just been fun. I love the whole, you know, theory crafting, but I would love to know what you all think about this kind of stuff as well, you know. This is a good way of finding out if you can survive stuff. That 5th skill is awesome. It looks so good. Like, talking about the positive side, because maybe I'm talking too much about the negatives. Oops. Like, blight feels really, really crushing, to be fair. I think in a way maybe you could probably do without the blight and just have the shroud as it is, rather than having the blight at all, because, you know, and just lessen the damage and just remove the damage bonus of shroud and just rework those trait lines, you know, because I don't feel like it really needs to have that damage increase with this blight mechanic, because the blight mechanic just doesn't feel fun. It just doesn't feel fun. It feels a bit pointless. I know it's risky, and you've seen the risk that I've had here, but at the same time, it just kind of feels like meh. Okay. Or maybe I just won't go into it then, I guess. But now running around like kind of, you know, pocket raptors are pretty nightmarish a lot of the time. Like that reverberating bullet between all the things. It's kind of fun to see those raptors just get blown up. And I'm enjoying like the whole, I don't know. I definitely enjoy the more mobile Shroud, of course, as well. It's definitely like, this is very good. Like, it doesn't make me feel like I have to run Warhorn, for example. So it definitely opens up mobility for sure. And you don't have to take like other specific things. Like, I mean, for example, normally I take speed of shadows, so that is pretty good for roaming around. But at the same time, you know, I can use the 3rd skill here. I can use this 4th skill and be pretty mobile. Okay, I have swiftness right now as well, but you could get away with maybe not, and not even taking Warhorn and just taking like different things, like, you know, focus, trying to build up your life force. You can kind of see my health regenning as well. Like, I'm gonna try not to. I'm just saying so much. We better during like a big event or something, but not really showing you the best, because unfortunately I don't have much unlocked right now. Because my character bugged out before, and unfortunately the waypoints are all blacked out, and the only place I have right now is this Verdant Brink map, which is kind of sucky, but that's okay. Of course, the kid will go to World v World, and maybe we will go to World v World. Let's jump in and see maybe what can we do. EB, it's very late here in the UK. Very late. Oh, the Harbinger is a DC character. Oh, I remember that. Yes, they were in the Arrowverse, weren't they? I don't remember now. Just thinking about that. Okay, let's go and join this commander and see how we do here. You never know. Trying to remember my key for the. Oh no, I need to set my rank, wouldn't I? Fun times. Actually, just put the mastery right up to there. There you go. Okay. Oh, this looks quite cool while you're standing on the mount, having the effect there. I like that. Anyway, sorry. But I ran around. I went into PvP a little tiny bit as well. There seems to be a lot of people actually kind of running around in World v World. Let's just run in and see what's going down over here. I'm trying to take over a keep. It's actually really late as well. It's like 1 AM. Jesus. Build wise, you know, this is just gonna be pretty condition damage heavy. And we're gonna get wrecked probably, and we have no HP. What level am I? Oh good lord. I have 8k HP. It's my base. Like what? Do I not have any gear on? Maybe it's not set the gear. How? How? Oh, damn. This is interesting. Oh god, what am I talking about? 8k is my flipping mount. Oh my god, you know I was so paranoid there? Oh my god, I completely forget. I completely forget about the mount sometimes. It is literally 1 AM. You can clip that if you want and show your friends and tell everyone how much of a silly person I am. Good lord, that was awful. How embarrassing. That is, that's the fun times of my life apparently. Obviously that's not going to do much. Boom, boom, boom. See if we can help a little bit. Are we going to get much defense here? Also, like, obviously towards the end of the betas as well, it gets a little bit quiet because a lot of people, they just want to, you know, they want to get loot and do the things, you know. They want to get their looties. Let's go straight in on the Lord here. What I really want to do is see some players, but I've got a feeling that this is the kind of night shift.
Then off. Getting healthy.
Which is fine, you know. I like me some World v World. Also, the fields have changed, the rings around, so you know that's the fire field, for example, or light field, lots of light fields. Oh, hello there. Okay, so we do have some players coming in, and I was just looking at doing a tour of the fields, so that was cool. Good job, Jebro, well done, pay attention. But we're gonna run back and we're gonna try and get some fighty fights. But yeah, it's kind of like there's been a lot of changes and a lot of like kind of quality of life stuff coming in with this beta, which kind of snuck in, which we're going to be reminded about, obviously, you know, which we're going to look at more when the beta kind of is over and just be like, oh, is this good? This is quite cool. I like this. I am going to change. Oh, I feel like such a bad for saying I've got 8k health. It's because of this, like Harbinger, Shroud, like blight, and the reason I thought it was because of blight there, and it was like a blight affect your mount as well. How random is that? We could go for trailblazers actually. Vipers is a bit much, but it's still fun. Get more for carrion, I think. Give ourselves a little bit more HP. Let's hope that worked. Did. Oh, you know what? We've still got monk runes on there. That's funny. We're actually going to go for... We're going to go for scavenging. It's not bad. Again, we're always getting tons of boons. There's not many runes they give you, to be fair. But we will go for scavenging. Give ourselves some more HP, plus 20%. Heal duration, poison duration as well. So there's not too bad traits on there. Rune bonuses. Oh, okay, they're going back out there. Fine. Let's go this way. But yeah, I mean, I've not played this in World v World, but I can see this being kind of fun, you know, in World v World as well. I mean, in terms of builds, not sure what you would go for specifically. Maybe you could all let me know maybe as well, but I'd probably go for something like elixir, skills recharge, get more breaks done, things like that. Could be quite fun. again, Baldry World isn't my main jam, but like it's PvP, and I can imagine this being a very good roaming class. Maybe even Willbender as well, but I feel like not many people at the moment would do that because of the damage. You know, I'm not sure why that hotkey isn't working to me. But yeah, looking at this again, you know, they're kind of going for the typical condition stuff, giving a bit more vitality there, survival, going for the more condition damage oriented traits up here for this second skill, obviously corruption as well, and transferring some conditions, so it's a little bit more PvP oriented there as well, which is pretty good. Could go for definitely haste and whatnot, get more damage. A short amount of time, of course, as well. Are actually being very rude right now. I'm kind of waiting. Looks like everyone's kind of chilling until the commander gets here, but yeah, we don't really want to die. Probably gonna die off the conditions I've just given him.
Might makes me right.
I don't know why our team's not going in. Come on, mates. Let's go. Uh-oh. 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 Very good for escaping, especially we've got Death Shroud over there. Jump, jump. You can't get over there. Wow, okay. That didn't work. So that Shroud 4 skill, I don't know if this because of the little lip. Interesting. You can't actually jump over the top of that wall. That kind of sucks, actually. God damn. Maybe I was too much on the wall itself. I don't know. Either way, we're just jumping around, having some fun. This video has gone on for way too long, and I've not really shown you any damage or anything good about Harbinger. I've just been talking about the good and fun stuff, which I kind of enjoy myself. And that's actually fine and okay, because, you know, just following around and having fun on the build is a lot of what a lot of these players are going to end up doing, you know. And that's also fine. Let's see if there's anything a little bit more survivable here as well. Where is this person going? I do like that skill, actually. Sorry, that skin. Pretty cool. But having a look at again the traits and whatnot, there's some good combinations in here. Obviously Spite you go for if you want power. Blood is really fun as well, actually. I've been playing Blood a lot, and I actually have tried transfusion in raids, and I will, if you want me to pop that raid footage up, I will. That was hell of a lot of fun. So and obviously going for like vampirism stuff. Actually, vampirism being a part of this Harbinger as well would have been quite cool. Something that Boots in our podcast mentioned today would have been quite cool as well. Like a vampire that's got these like tinctures and elixirs and stuff to keep them alive or to do things. But like also just talking about earlier, something which was quite cool, like thinking about elixirs and turning you into things. I thought, like, you know, if you drank an elixir, maybe it could turn part of your body into like this manifested thing. But blight is like is an interesting addition. And the reason why I say like changing you into some kind of thing is because blight, if you look up what blight is, it's a plant disease, typically one caused by fungi such as mildews, rusts, and smuts. The vine suffered blight and disease. So like it's a disease kind of spec, and like, you know, maybe Harbinger is about like, you know, foreseeing disease and the doom and end of everyone, I guess, like COVID, I suppose. Sorry. But like, you know, and how maybe the elixirs could be tied in a little bit more of that, because especially because it inflicts blight on you. So actually, in all honesty, the blight could be more of like, you know, maybe that is the kind of disease, but it's, I suppose, and then it kind of runs off. But maybe like there's ways that you can remove blight or something in your build or your traits or whatever. I don't know, but like somehow making that a little bit more present or a little bit more in tune with what blight actually kind of means. But I guess you can say, you know, the blight in the game is kind of, you know, it's giving you a disease, it's giving you more access to like condition damage and stuff, which is what you can do in the traits. Blight is something which is put on you, but it makes you stronger, but I guess you're working the blight through you to do more condition damage and just more damage, I suppose. But it still feels a bit weak. It feels a little bit like, I don't really, I mean, we would much rather have like a new condition called blight, and maybe it was something just, you know, it's blight or changing, I don't know, changing a condition to blight or adding a condition called blight, whether or not it's just like a brand new different condition, I don't know. But even if it's like a condition on you that you can maybe cleanse or something, and that you have the choice to cleanse the blight if you want to, maybe it's like an extra utility or something, I don't know. I'm wondering what you think, all the people, because I'm just blabbering and rambling right now. Oh wow, they're coming in. Let's go for this last fight here. I'm standing in a very bad place. I'm standing in a very bad place. They can come up here, can't they? Oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn. Oh damn. Let's run away, running very far. They are coming in. Oh good lord. Right, we can't do that apparently. We're just gonna be chilling up here now. So you're just about to witness our entire keep just completely go down. So you're welcome. That doesn't happen often when people are streaming and stuff. Wow. Have they got many? I don't think I'm tap targeting and I don't see many. Thank you, game music. Appreciate you popping in there for a minute. But you know, blight right now, like with this in this build, would not be advantageous. You know, it's like it does so much to you. But like, I would be in 15k HP, so still more HP than the Willbender. So that's cool. Look how many people are down there. They've just come to kill our trip, really. Part of me really would like to go down there and just like be whee. Be ballsy. Jebro, no. So that elixir, there we go. Removed all those conditions. No! Oh, I got pulled down. Oh, dude. I did some damage. I did some CC. That was quite nice. Good lord. Yeah, I definitely need to go for something a lot less squishy. But we're kind of being dominated in this map apparently at the moment. Again, not really the thing I play. It's more, we're more just hanging out to chill and enjoy talking about Harbinger, really. Yeah, I'm sucking. I'm making excuses. What do you want me to do? That's the thing. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like me, if you've enjoyed me doing this kind of thing, I would really appreciate some feedback. Just let me know your thoughts, your feelings about the stuff I'm talking about, whether or not it's just blabbering, whether or not you like me having this kind of content in the background of your day. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That is very, very important, and it really, really does help the channel. I promise if you comment and ask me what actually happened in the end, I will let you know. Whether or not I stayed is another thing. Actually, let's go and see if we can kill this personage. Oh, you cheeky poo head. It's a firebrand, and there's loads of people here as well. I'm gonna die so hard. Yeah, I'm dead. There's loads of people behind me.
Nothing can bring me fury
Ooh. I may die. Yep. Ah, oh, damn it. I got away from him. That's definitely the end of this. You can see that the mobility was absolutely fantastic, and you can run away very well. There's a lot of people doing a lot better stuff than me in World v World. I would need to really practice and roam around and obviously get a build and a little bit better kit and runes and everything else to go and do that. But everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's just me rambling and talking about the Harbinger before it goes away. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I'm just telling you about my thoughts and bits and bobs. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Don't forget Patreon, all the things. Come watch us on Twitch as well. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and good day to you. Hope you enjoyed the beta. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.